Hello, welcome everyone to the United Journal podcast. So here I'm with Sasha Klavenberg from RNBVB. So welcome, sir.
Hi.
How
Thank
are
you
you doing
for
today?
us.
Yes, you're doing good, sir.
Yeah, thanks. I'm fine. I hope you're also in a good mood, in good shape, and everything is fine with you.
Yes, thank you, sir. Yeah, really good. So the latest news from English media has been that Jadon Sancho is close to signing for Manchester United for 90 million euros. So what is the latest on this particular deal?
Yeah, that's also our information here in Dortmund, that both clubs are very near together, that these 90 million euros, this is the money Borussia Dortmund wants to get for Jadon Sancho, and they're not far away to fix the deal. I think it will be a question of days. And it's very, very close that Jadon Sancho will come this summer to Manchester.
What will be the total structure of the deal, like including the bonuses, add-ons, and other installments that are included in this deal as well? What is the latest on that?
I think Borussia Dortmund could reach around about 100 million euros with the deal. 90 million is really the basis money, and then it depends on how successful will be Manchester United with the help of Jadon Sancho. And so I think the Borussia Dortmund officials will keep their fingers crossed that Manchester will be successful because they will earn more money, you know?
Yes, sir. One main question I wanted to ask here is like, what changed this summer compared to last time?
Yeah. Last summer, Borussia Dortmund did the same as now, but they said we want 120 million euros last summer. And there's the deadline. It was the 10th of August. Manchester United or any other club has to bring in his offer up to that deadline, and not 1 cent less than 120 million euros. I know there were a few clubs in England who didn't believe that Borussia Dortmund will stay hard in this offer, but they did it because they did it a few times in the past, in the history, the same way. And this summer is that Borussia Dortmund said it's not 120, it's 90 million euros, and there's also a deadline which has to be now in the next few days in July. The situation and the behavior of the Borussia Dortmund officials is the same than last summer. But I think they know that Jadon Sancho will make the next step in his career. And now it's the moment for this next step. He wishes to move to Manchester now.
Okay, that sounds great. And coming to Dortmund itself, regarding the replacements that they're going into, expecting the exit of Jadon Sancho's, what are the names that they are going through right now through the list? Because we have been hearing about Daniel Malin and another player as well. So according to your information, what is the latest on that?
Borussia Dortmund has a few players on this special list, of course, because for weeks or even months, they know that this situation might come, that Sancho leaves the club. Malin is not one of the top targets on this list, but it's one of the top targets. It's Noni Madueke from PSV Eindhoven. He's one of the top targets, but I think there should be more names than this one.
Coming to Jude Bellingham. So he's also been a similar prospect to that of Sancho coming into the squad, an English player making a name for himself in the club. So what is this a kind of initiative that Dortmund is trying to look into in order to bring young English talents to Germany? Is it the plan of their business model moving forward?
Yes, it's a part of the business model, but it's not only about English talents. Borussia Dortmund scouts all over Europe the best talents, and they think, okay, or when they have the opinion, this is a player who has the potential to bring it to the highest level, to the first league. We bring him to Dortmund with 15, in the age of 15 or 16 years, then he can develop here and he gets the chance to play. That's often a problem in this high level clubs like Bayern Munich in Germany or Manchester in England, that they have brilliant young players, but they have not the chance to play. They're always on the bench or playing in the farm team, and or they're on loan to a second club. And Borussia Dortmund, they give young players the chance to get minutes on the highest level. And Borussia Dortmund plays Champions League. Borussia Dortmund plays on the high level in the German Bundesliga. And so the young players have the chance here to develop on a good level, in a good surrounding, with professional surrounding. And that's really a part of the business model, because the club has not so much money as the big clubs where there's an Abramovich or the Glazer family or whatever, or the Qatar sheikhs. So Borussia Dortmund has to go a different way. And this is a part of this way.
So another interesting prospect at Borussia Dortmund is Erling Haaland. So we've been hearing a lot of noises from there, especially from Mino Raiola, regarding he might leave this season or next season. With Sancho leaving this season, do you see him staying here for now and then moving on next season when his release clause gets activated?
Yeah, that's our opinion. We think Sancho will leave this summer. Haaland will stay for the next season in Dortmund. And Borussia Dortmund will not sell both players in one summer, because these two players, Jadon Sancho and Erling Haaland, they are both players who makes the difference, who can change games, who have so special qualities you have to find on this on the whole continent. There are only a few players can play on this level, and so it's also our information that Haaland will stay definitely this season, and in the next summer, as you said, he can leave the club for around about 80 million euros. And that's the deal in his contract, and we think that this will happen next summer.
Is there any links to Jude Bellingham if he was to move in the future? Like, are there any top clubs looking at him currently?
I think when the scouts and the bosses of all these top clubs in Europe make a good job, they should have him on their list. Any club should have him on the list, because Borussia Dortmund took Jude Bellingham from Birmingham, was second league. No one in Germany, even no one knew him at that moment. And we, the journalists, we said, hey, how can you pay more than 20 million euros for a 17-year-old talent? He plays second league, and that's too much money. What are you doing there? And 1 year later, we recognized that was a great decision, because Jude Bellingham has a really great talent. We talked with Axel Witsel, the Belgian national player, about Jude Bellingham. And he said, Jude Bellingham remembers me when I was young. Box-to-box player, gives 100% in every game, wants to be everywhere on the pitch, wants to be part of every dangerous situation, never give up, and special quality to see the other players, to serve them, to prepare for them. That's a really great quality, and he's 18 years old, so he develops in the next 3 or 4 years. And how good might he be in three or 4 years? That's really a great imagination.
Yeah, Sure. Like coming to Germany versus England in the Euros, um, how much do you rate Germany's chances of winning the tournament? And do you see Sancho starting for England in this game?
I hope Sancho will start in this game for England when I would be the English team manager or an English fan, because I know I watched Sancho for 2-3 years now in Dortmund, and he could mix up the German defense. He is great in one-on-one plays. He has an enormous speed. He's light-footed, so he's the one who can make the German team really angry, because he shakes a lot of German teams in the league, and knows how to play versus German teams. I think Southgate should pick Sancho for his first squad, because he would be very valuable for England, and could be the key player versus Germany. And the second part of your question, no, I don't believe in the German team winning the title. I think they're not strong enough. There are better teams like France, Italy, perhaps England. But England has to perform much better than in the last games to beat the Germans. Although it is in Wembley, although there are fans in Wembley who will push the English team. But when you remember all these matches, England versus Germany, there were a lot of hard matches. And 25 years ago, when Germany won the European title for the last time so far, they bet in Wembley the English team in the semi-final after penalties. You know these old stories about penalties, England, Germany. So I think the German team will come with respect to London, but not with fear, because they know that the English team performed not so well so far in this tournament. But on Tuesday evening, it started in the first second with 0-0. So everything can happen, I think. But the German team, I think, is not strong enough to win the title.
Yes, sure thing. Like coming to the last question, we heard about the reaction of German fans seeing Sancho being on the bench. Especially, a lot of articles came out last week. So, what is the reaction from Dortmund alone, rather than the rest of Germany? Because he is a player of Dortmund currently. So, what was the passionate reaction of fans? Were there any interesting stories that you came across seeing this kind of reaction?
Yeah, the fans in Dortmund and the region around Dortmund, they can't understand why Southgate does not pick Sancho for his first squad, because they know his quality. They see him playing every weekend for Borussia Dortmund, and he's one of the best players in the Bundesliga. And on the other hand, they see the English team perform and say, hey, especially the situation England versus Scotland, it was, let's say, tailor-made for a guy like Jadon Sancho. You have six or seven defensive players at Scotland. The English offensive players have many problems to find a way to near the goal. And you have Sancho on the bench, and you do not bring him in. So no one is understand that, because they see Sancho in a different role as a very important and great player in Germany every weekend. And there are a lot of fans who think that Gareth Southgate, he looks very, very often only for the players who play in England, who play in the Premier League, and that he's not so often in watching the German Bundesliga. Perhaps, I don't know it, but it could be an explanation.
Yes, we have come to the end of this session. Thank you so much, sir, for being part of this interview. And it was a very informative one as well. So everyone follow Sasha on RNBVB. His articles are very good, and we always go through them when it comes to rumors and exclusive news regarding any player at Borussia Dortmund. Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. Check these videos out too and make sure to drop a like and a comment. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more Man United exclusive videos. Tap on the bell icon so that you don't miss any videos. See you soon.